Happy Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago. First stream of the day live on YouTube. You can check out the YouTube stream at EDE-63. Up first is Coach Fat Justin, 44, with Seattle. Let's get it on.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play.
At the end of the game, I'll be passing out the accolades and showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent.
But those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Hill. Now he'll let this one go, deep left sideline. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
That should have been yours.
This one, my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds...
Hello to the one watching.
Nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Hill. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hill now operating from the red zone. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That hurts.
Recovering by Seattle.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
Good throw.
To the 40 before going out. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. And that's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside.
Oh, looks like I'm about to go 1-0. My opponent's about to quit.
The 40.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And from the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Now I really don't like you.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Jamal Adams, and they get the football, they'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
All right, Fat Justin 54, I see you.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now it's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dang,
Set. 27 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Saints.
Okay.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hill. Smith catches left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun. Hill. Going up top. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Hill. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pitch. Better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal.
That's the Madden guy shining down on the old man.
It's first down. Here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Oh.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just
Killer.
them on. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson.
All right, get that ball up.
Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here.
That was like you caught it, except you didn't.
They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And this returnable for Harris. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Hill. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath.
Yeah, you just didn't get him, though.
They're not going to let you beat them deep.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Hill. Being chased out left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer. Create space.
That was Purdy.
And let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Second and 5. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. Chain, 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That really hurts.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Taylor.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And it's 3rd. Wilson will throw again. It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them?
Trying to go 1-0 on streams today. Looks like I'm about to go 0-1 thanks to Fat Justin 54.
Comes into play later.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's Hill now after the interception. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start out here with the option left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson, flush to his right. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the interception by the Seahawks.
Never give up, never surrender.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are active.
Can't win them all.
We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
Yeah, I'm going to give you a better game next time.
Safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal, Seattle.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time.
It hurts way down deep inside the place I don't like to talk about.
We can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Saints 3. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down. To throw again. Hill. Left side here to Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, it's Hill. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 26.
Makes the score Seahawks 36. The Saints 10. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Again, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Saints 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
No, that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Came with them all.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. Each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
GG.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And that's caught at the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but they do get the score with all 0 showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. On the one side, if you're trying to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, no. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
Fat Justin, 54, ranked 18,000.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens
Happy Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the Southside Chicago, streaming live on YouTube. You can check out the YouTube stream at EDE-63. 0-1, trying to go 1-1. Up next is TTV, Navy Boy, BTW, coach of the Baltimore Ravens. Let's get it on.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Taken in the end zone.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. This is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This is it. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play,
and his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Deontay Harris.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Hill. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had the chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Hill. And he finds Cook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Hill, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Hill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Six nothing our score after 1.
The score, Ravens 6, Saints nothing.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be complete to Dobbins. He is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen. And
get that ball out.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
And he atones the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Saints nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following
13-0. At the end of the game, we'll be handing out the accolades and then showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive that you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 23 yards the pickup there.
3 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Oh, goodness.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Just shy of midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Ah, goodness gracious.
Getting down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return.
Madden God signed it down on the 58-year-old man.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. So intermission, it's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. They'll decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
And 9.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
Come on, let's get him.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means having to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Buying time to his left.
Yeah.
By Snead. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
And can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards. They don't want the ball.
Get that ball out.
Positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
And he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 6 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
Jackson on the key.
Dang, damn it.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
J.K. Dobbins, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Ravens 13, Saints 7.
Jackson will throw again.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Come on. Pick it up and run. Run. Come on, fat boy.
Past the 20. Will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Kamara trying again, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now it's the backup Simeon.
Get in there.
Take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover?
Yes.
And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in
Okay.
his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At the end of the game, I'll be passing out the accolades and showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent. Trying to go 1-1 and not 0-2.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Get that ball out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. This is caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense.
Thank you.
Points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play. And that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
So what are we doing, overtime?
At their own 25-yard line.
The ball Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
Say, let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. That is a complete shake. It's off to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Oh.
It is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7th.
Dang, nabbit.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Jackson operating.
Yes.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson dancing to his left. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed
GG.
Touchdown. Great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
TTV, Nappy Boy, BTW, ranked 17,028.
I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, we're poppin' in. Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls on it. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Touch a macho with it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL.
Happy Friday, you got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago. Streaming live to you on YouTube. You can check out the YouTube stream at EDE-63. 0-2, trying to go 1-2 today. Up next is Rob Jr., TDE, Coach of Cleveland. Let's get it on.
Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Fun fact, I stayed in Cleveland in the 70s during the Cardiac Kids and Bryant site.
Now a first carry to Latavius Murray. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And 11 at the 24-yard line.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Hill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, when you get a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. JoJo Natson back deep. Here's Natson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns out now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Field on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. They'll continue to just 4. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it second and 7 coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. And Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
And this is just a little touch pass. To send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is such a team game.
Thank you.
And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up.
Dang, David, get that ball out.
He'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh.
He knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, but it'll be 2nd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally taken down at the 34. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Cody Parkey sets the kickoff.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And this carries into the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for...
At the end of the game, I'll be passing out the accolades and then showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent. Again, I'm trying to go 1 and 2 today on streams.
They've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking left sideline, incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get the job out of the backfield.
Get the ball out.
Down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
second down and 8. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
Come on.
Plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once
Get that ball out.
he was able to make the play.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Get up.
Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. A shotgun snap for Hill. That'll be complete to Cook.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Hill. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Hill. And this one's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get
come on.
out of that one. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? The West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel.
Madden gods.
Got a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 44, Mayfield got a man and he hits it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
Now Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's Mayfield.
Ah.
His throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Play fake. Mayfield.
Gotcha, baby.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot. There's just nowhere.
Get the ball out.
In this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final.
Looks like I'm going to 0-3. Happy Friday. I'll give it the accolades, and then I'll show you the ranking of my worthy opponents. It's hard to see through these tears in my eyes.
Mayfield. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable.
And that's it.
But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're...
Yeah, I feel like it's totally over.
You got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get
GG. Rob Jr. DE.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now.
Rob Jr. TDE. Rob Jr. DE. No ranking. 1-1. Let's get back in there.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get your name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz.
Happy Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago, streaming live on YouTube. You can check your YouTube stream out at EDE-63. Up next is the Lynch, coach of Chicago Bears, where I'm from. I am currently 0-3 today. Let's get it on.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, here's Hill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Bears nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry down for David Montgomery. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he stops immediately.
Dang, damn it.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
Oh, come on.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 15-yard line.
Running with Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. He'll get this one underneath.
Get back in there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first.
Got the extra point.
The Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he's got it up and through.
Okay, the Lynch.
After the touchdown, wants to
All yours.
takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the end of the game, I'll be passing out the accolades and showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent.
I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On on 2nd and 9. Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen.
Get the ball out.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Get out of here.
And he will have
Good throw.
first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
Oh.
Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He'll get that complete to his
Get the ball in his hands.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A good pickup there at 22.
1st down, Chicago.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. And came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky.
Ah.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
That's good. And they are able
Good throw and catch.
take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A great job to hold him to Jim. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now he's and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
At their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. The final shot before break. Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Oh.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. That's complete to Mooney. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and 10, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Montgomery, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And the Bears are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And he was excellent on that.
Dag nabbit. Good run.
I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this carries into the end zone.
Come on.
Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, it's Hill. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process.
Get away from him.
Left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
14.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead.
Come on, come on.
And Lutz puts this one through. And
Gets to 3.
ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
4 minutes, 21 seconds. Score Chicago Bears 15, Saints 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down, Trubisky. That is caught by
The ball on his hands.
and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Trubisky's throw pulled.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Good throw and catch.
23 and a first.
I'm trying to go 1 and 3.
Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
2 minutes.
Shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
15 to 17.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Play action. Now Trubisky. Shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, 4th and 7.
It's not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is complete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt.
If I can hold this ball for a minute 34 seconds, I can get a 1 to 3 record.
What they're doing, they got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Hill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Carter.
Get him.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where Your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
Oh, he held that ball.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And
yes.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The man gods
Intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back.
has shown down on an old man.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to call it just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Hill. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And the result here
GG.
leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game.
The Lich is ranked 34,592.
I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like ain't what poppin' in. Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coats, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist turn to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to colors on it. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Touch on my truck with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked
Happy
like.
Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago, streaming live on YouTube. Check out your YouTube stream at EDE-63.
Ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
I got Coach of Seattle, Justice, 251. Up next, I'm 1-3, trying to go 2-3. Let's get it on.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Okay.
23-yard line.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you gotta like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Hill going back to the air on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory.
You may have been right.
5-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
reception. Here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, Macarena.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
A 44-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams' special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3.
Oh, man.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Seahawk territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Gets this to the standout receiver, Thomas.
Oh, what happened? You said don't run or don't pass. I'm confused.
And the Saints have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Now, it was that I shouldn't pass, right?
Give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed.
You sound like the kind of guy that beats up 58-year-old men in the alley.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Hello.
The green light, red light there. Green light means go.
How you doing?
Red means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This is Carson. You don't see that.
Killer.
Cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field.
Dang, damn it. What? You got to tell me again. You said don't pass or don't run.
Well played.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away. Going for Met. And got his man. Complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown.
Oh, that hurts.
DK Metcalf. 84 yards.
I understand.
And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 10.
Yeah.
Saints 7.
I get it now. I'm just a 58-year-old man. Why are you doing this to me?
Players to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
What should I do now? Don't run or don't...
The New Orleans offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks.
Now, what should I do now?
Get loaded in those guys on off.
And he'll take it in
Oh.
the end zone for the Saints.
I should have did that, right?
Alvin Kamara, 79 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead. They had just
You're hurting my feelings.
Yeah, how about that?
At the end of the game, I usually pass out the accolades, and then I show them the ranking of my worthy opponent.
But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a big time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
I'm worried. You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Taking about 7 yards.
Just as too shifty.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Carson 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
I'm worried.
At their own 20-yard line.
I'm trying to go 2 and 3 today. You're not going to let me do that, are you?
Coming
You're going to stand in the way.
The Seahawks offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a
Hiller,
stalemate.
hey.
Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners.
Oh, he got out of there. Look at that jump.
They're watching this game. And this will be a Seahawks
Oh,
first down as he gets
I'm sorry. Don't run, don't pass, and don't talk.
First down.
First down, Seattle.
I got it.
Throwing is Wilson.
Hello.
And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback.
How you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. No talking.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line. But they
okay.
Because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield. And he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next
You're a meanie.
How much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
Oh.
He will finally be taken out of bounds.
Good throw and catch.
There just before halftime. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rolling to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get
What happened?
back at the 6.
Justice 251, talk to me.
We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you.
Oh, that's right, no talking.
For quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, look at you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess.
Oh, my goodness, good catch and throw.
Cleaning up some of the errors.
I thought I had you.
Wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action now.
Hello. Oh.
He throws there incomplete.
Oh, sorry.
Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play.
I was supposed to move out the way so you could catch that ball, right?
But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4 down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They run for it with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 38 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
You're breaking me off.
When you get a running back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully.
I thought you did.
Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Can we be friends afterwards? Can we be friends afterwards? I'll send you a link. You can be my friend.
Last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin.
I'm only 58.
They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has him to the 37.
No, I have it on streaming on YouTube.
Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4.
Yeah.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things
it's
up.
It's EDE-63.
Run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter.
E is in Earl. D is in Dog. E is in Ellis. -63.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a...
E is in Earl. D is in Dog. E is in Ellis. -63. EDE-63.
From the gun, here's Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a safe first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down and 4. Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Is it okay if I throw for 5 yards?
There, and a 1st down.
You got it. You're not talking to me? Justin 251.
They run with Murray. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New
I shouldn't try to win, should I?
Good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You should win.
A shotgun snap for Hill.
Oh, damn it.
Incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin.
Yeah.
And it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, I am. How did you know?
In the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he finds And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
You want to watch the replay?
As this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Come on, push me in there.
Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Justice 251.
Gain of 11 sets him up 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal.
Will you respect me if I win?
Now they'll run. Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Is that a yes or no, Justice?
Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Oh,
Always talk about one of his
I'm sorry.
running the football vision, and he found the spot there and went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just
That was for the extra point.
Decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
There's 3 minutes and 53 seconds left. Are you going to score on me again? That's going to hurt my feelings. What are we going to do?
Next drive, the Seahawks offense. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10.
Oh.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
You scored again.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. From the shotgun, Wilson. And no, they can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1.
You didn't get that one.
Boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th. And now they're going to try an onside kick.
It went out of bounds. Just a 251.
The onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Out of the gun, Hill. Over the middle to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watched him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Murray. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Hill. And
oh, damn.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything has turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run it with Carson. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Damn.
And he is going to have it down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big pickup there.
It hurts.
Question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Steps away.
Yeah.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now it looks like I'm going to go to 1 and 4.
A late touchdown at this stage could officially solve this one away. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know.
Hello. Yeah. Justice 251. Ranked 36,107.